What's up guys, it's Karl here. Just landed back into the studio from another successful CES trip. You've probably seen the title, the thumbnail. This one's all around a brand new gaming setup. This is the exact gaming setup that I'll try to recreate in that new fabled and rumored new studio that I've been teasing. It features 3 of their Ultra Gear monitors, which are tailored towards gaming, and because I'm going for an immersive experience, especially when I say play that Formula 1 game, I want that screen to wrap around. That's where the GN950s are gonna come in handy, and they have that 21:9 aspect ratio, 3840x1600. Just like all of their gaming monitors, they have a 144 Hz refresh rate overclocked to 160 with a 1 mil response time, and that's kind of becoming the industry standard. And that's nuts, and I think that's such a good thing for gamers, where that couple extra milliseconds can make the difference of either getting the headshot, getting the kill, or just surviving. But for a lot of gamers, the triple monitor setup is a tad bit too overkill. It just kind of looks cool in a studio setting, but for the flagship, they're focusing on the 27-inch 4K gaming monitor. That's the first time we've seen a monitor with this many pixels, but still suited for gaming. So the GN950, they're really marketing that as their main flagship, and I can see a lot of pro gamers going towards this monitor. It's a 4K nano IPS display, 3840x2160, same refresh rates, you can overclock to 160 Hz, the 1 millisecond response time, it's got sphere lighting on the back. So I'm curious, if you had the choice, would you go for the trifecta ultra-wide setup, or would you go for the ultra crispy 4K gaming monitor? Curious which you'd pick. There's a poll linked one up these corners. Let me know. And what I thought was pretty cool, they're taking a lot of the tech from the gaming monitors and putting that into the normal consumer-facing ones. So for example, the 4K Ultrafine, I made a video on that last year. I visited one of you guys in LA, that's getting a brand new upgrade. Plus, they're making it more suited towards creators, and I thought this was really dope. It's called the Ultrafine Ergo, and it's got a ball and socket mount in the back, so it's perfect for sharing content. I can see artists, videographers, editors, and just content creators in general. Perfect for sharing it to multiple people in the room, whether that's clients, coworkers, or anyone else that wants to take a look at your projects. It's a 4K panel, 3840x2160, and it still has some of the benefits of 144 Hz refresh, so you could game on it. And those specs carry over into the updated 38-inch ultra-wide, which I think a ton of you have already seen. That's the exact monitor that I had my triple monitor setup in. It's a bit more design and sleek oriented. It doesn't have any of the obnoxious RGB lighting on the back, so if you aren't a gamer, want something to look a bit more sleeker, this could be your option. Still has that 1 mil response time and of course 144 Hz of a refresh rate. And what I thought was interesting, all these setups were connected to Bluetooth speakers for sound. When the monitors do come out later this year, we'll have more details on the sound output. They were actually connected to a ton of these. This is the PK7, one of my most used Bluetooth speakers, and there's now another option, and that's the PL line. So they have the PL5 along with the PL7. And those have been updated for more of a design perspective, so they're a bit sleeker and easier to handle. Sometimes when you do have these in your pack, you can see that all these handles kind of take up extra space. The spherical design of the PL5 along with the 7 should make that a bit easier. The big upgrade is connectivity, where you can only have a couple of the PK models paired up. You can have over 100 of the PLs. So say a couple of your friends have them, they bring them over, you can create an ultra dope house party if you want. But the new audio device that caught my eye the most was the SN11 soundbar. That's hopefully one of my first upgrades over in my TV living room setup. It's a full Dolby Atmos soundbar with wireless surround sound. And that's the thing that's lacking in my current setup. I don't have surround sound because usually you need a direct wire to connect all of those speakers together. So there's a lot of work to do to drill into walls to make things look good, because no one wants wires running throughout their house. These now connect wirelessly, and I'm so looking forward to that in 2020. And lastly, in the audio game, they have their version of AirPods, and those are called the LG Tones. And inside of the case, when you charge back the headphones, they actually have a UV system that helps kill bacteria. That's the first time that I've seen that, and I know that my ears aren't always the cleanest, so I don't really like to share my AirPods. So dope to see those. They're dropping pretty shortly, I think by the end of this month, so I'll have my full review of all of their audio stuff coming shortly. And lastly, to their laptop game, the LG Gram is a laptop that I use throughout the year. They just now have 3 different model sizes, the 14, 15, as well as the 17-inch. A lot of the design elements and the display remain the same, so it's still ultralight, it still has that Gram-like name, but the big upgrade here is coming to the processor inside. We're now updating to the 10th gen Intel Core processors, so that's a really big spec upgrade. You can still have that in an i5 or an i7, and you can kind of spec it across the range. There is a new hinge mechanism, so it's easier to open and close now. The 14-inch model, for example, still weighs under 1,000 grams, coming at 999G, and it's actually the first time that the Gram is officially coming to Canada, where I am. So fellow Canadians, if you're into the Gram, now's the time to grab one. Anyways, that's been the major highlights of the LG booth over at CES. Let me know which ones you guys are most stoked to check out, whether it's the new gaming monitors, the audio upgrades, or if you're into the laptop game. Hope you guys enjoyed my CES coverage. I'm back. Didn't catch the CES flu, keeping my fingers crossed I'm still healthy, and hope to catch the rest of you in one of my next episodes or vlogs. Peace.